Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs, and today we are going to be making a boxed shell doily. And I am using up some of my Lion Brand yarns. I've had this for a long time. This is Baby Soft, and um, it's a number 3 yarn. It's called Pastel Print. I don't even know if they make this anymore. I've had it for a very long time. So I'm just trying to use up some of my old yarns to play with these doilies as I make them up. And what I do is I get on my book. I think I've showed you this book before. This is the 500 crochet stitches, and it pretty much tells you, gives you a picture, tells you how to do it, and it gives you a graph down here. But I'm taking these stitches, these are flat stitches, and I'm taking these stitches and try to make them into something round. So that is a little bit, sometimes it can be, sometimes it can't be done, or I can't figure it out, one or the other. But you know, with when you do something round, you have to make sure that you are increasing every row or every other row. So, you know, if you're not increasing, it's going to come up like a basket. And if you want it flat, you have to make sure that you're increasing. When we're doing doilies, we want it flat. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start out with a circle, magic circle, and chain 3. This chain 3 is not going to count though. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 15 double crochets in this magic circle. And I'm not counting that chain 3, remember. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And whatever you do, do not knot up on me. All right. I've been playing with this yarn, trying to figure it out. And this yarn, it wants to knot up. Come on. And sometimes you just got to get a needle in there. Goodness gracious. To get it out. All right. Okay, so I think we have 15, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. All right, so we're going to bring the circle shut, and we're going to slip stitch to the first double crochet, not to the top of that chain 3, because I don't want that chain 3 is not going to count. That pushes it to the back and gets rid of this gap. So that's a little technique I learned on YouTube from one of my favorite people. So we're going to chain 3 again, but it isn't going to count. And in this first stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochet. And we're going to put 2 double crochet in every stitch around. And that'll bring our count up to 30. And we, in order to do this stitch, we have to create a base. So this is our base that we're doing right now. To me, it's like a puzzle trying to figure something out. I like that. Anyway, and of course with crochet, there's a lot of numbers, a lot of counting. So that pattern told me that I needed a multiple of 5, and that's the reason why I'm doing this 30. But I ended up needed actually a multiple of 3 when we did this stitch. I'm going to slip stitch to the first stitch and skip that chain 3. That kind of gets rid of this gap. This chain 3 fills in that gap for me. Anyway, so there's no gap. I think that's pretty cool. Now, here we go with the stitch. So we've got 2 rows done. Let's go row 3. We're going to chain 1 because I'm just going to I just want to put a double crochet in here. Okay, and we're just going to put 2 double crochets in that first stitch. And of course, you know that chain 1 doesn't count anything. So we're going to chain 2, skip 2, and put 2 double crochet in the next. So we've got to create our boxes. Chain 2, skip 2, and 2 double crochet in the next. Chain 2, skip 2, and 2 double crochet in the next. We're going to do that all the way around. In this row, it acts like it wants to not lie flat, but the next row is going to help us and it'll make it lie flat. So don't worry if this is not lying flat right now. It will lie flat once we get the next row in. All right, so we're all the way around, so don't forget to chain 2 before you slip stitch to the first double crochet. See, it looks like, see how it wants to fold up. So that is okay though. We're going to chain 1 here, and in the second, we're going to skip the first one, and in the second one, we're going to single crochet. And then we're going to put 5 double crochets in that chain 2 space. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. In you skip the first one, in the second one, you're going to single crochet. So you're always going to single crochet in that second one, putting 5 double crochet in every one of these chain 2 spaces. So we're creating our shell, which is 5 double crochet, creating the shell. So that's 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to single crochet in that second, the second double crochet over. And then start our shell in our next chain 2 space. You see how that as I get these in, they're actually lying flat now. So 3, 4, 5, and then single crochet in that second double crochet. Make sure you're going to the second one. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to go all the way around this. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last one here. You're putting 5 in this last chain 2 space. 3, 4, 5. And you're going to slip stitch in this first single crochet that we started with. And you see how now it lies flat? It looks like a flower. This is so pretty. Anyway, these first 4 rows are like a base stitch, okay? So now we're going to be doing row 5 and 6, and these 2 are the repeating rows. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put 2 double crochet in this single that we're in right here. All right, and then we're going to chain 2, and then you're going to skip 2 and put 2 doubles in that third one on top of that shell. Chain 2, skip 2, and you're in your single. So all singles will get 2 double crochets in it. Okay, you just got to make sure you do your chain 2. Now, we're doing this with every other shell. So we're just going to chain 2, and we're skipping this shell and going to the single crochet. Because I tried it with every shell and it's too much. So we're going to chain 2. We skip this shell. Now we're going to skip 2 and put it at the top of the next shell. So every other shell you're going to be doing this. Chain 2 and then start our chain 2. And since we did this shell, we're skipping the next shell. So we're going straight to that single crochet after that next shell. And yes, it's going to want to roll up, but it'll be okay because once we get our shells in, it will flatten down. So we didn't do it with this shell. We see that. We're going to skip 2 and we're going to increase on top of this shell. So we're doing, these are increases is what we're doing. But if you increase every shell, it's a bit too much. So it won't work real good. I mean, it's just too much. It'll crinkle up and stuff. So, well, wait a minute. We got to skip that one. All right. So it's so easy to forget that you're doing this in every other shell. So we're going to double crochet in this single crochet. in between these shells, and then chain 2, and then this is the shell we're increasing on. And then chain 2, and we're always going to be putting one in those singles. Chain 2, we're going to skip this shell since we increased on this one. So we're going to skip that one and go to the single, put 2 double crochet in it, chain 2, and this is the shell then we are going to increase with, and then chain 2, then go to your single crochet. And since we increased on the first shell, this shell does not get, see, it doesn't get an increase. So, I mean, the math works out perfect, you know. It just works out perfect. But you see how it did it before. It looks like it wants to, you know. But once you chain 1, skip this first stitch and go to the second, just like we did this row. Same thing. We're going to put 5 double crochets. We single crochet in that second, and then 5 double crochets in these chain 2 spaces. So there is 3, 4, 5, and then skip the next stitch. It's always in the second that we're putting the single crochet in. It's always that second stitch over. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Single there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put your single in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put a single here. And then 1, 2, 3. This is 3, 4, 5. And then put our single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our single. Two, 3, 4, 5, and single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. of course we've got the last one here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to slip stitch to that first single. See, once you get all of those shells in, how that just lays down nicely. And so you'll just, if you want this any bigger than this, you repeat the last 2 rows, making sure that you're increasing on every other, yeah, every other shell. So that is called the boxed shell, which I think is so pretty. And, you know, once you get it as big as you want, you don't even have to put a border on this, because this already has a beautiful, beautiful border on it. I mean, you don't have to border that. So I just love the way this came out. And you can make this as small or as big as you would like it. Like if you just wanted just those first 4 rows to make for a small shelf, that would be perfect for the small shelf. Or if you need it to be bigger, just keep going by adding these last 2 rows. So 5 and 6 is repeat rows. And, you know, I really love the way that came out. And it's beautiful the way it lays down there, too. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun making this doily with me. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.